Can I at least persuade you to take a sandwich with you, sir? I'll order drive-thru. Couple of things we're going to go over before we do the unboxing and review. We'll just check out the box here. This Batmobile does come with Alfred, has sound, lights, the gold label from McFarlane. Now I did pick this up at GameStop. I didn't pre-order. I decided not to order online, and you know, sure enough, it showed up in stores. So if you're on the hunt for this, keep an eye on GameStop. Check online to see if the GameStops in your area have any, you know, in inventory. There were 2 at my local GameStop, and then GameStops in the surrounding area did have at least 1 Batmobile also. Weird thing about this is it only fits 1 action figure. In the movie, it did have 2 seats, so just going to throw that out there. And if you are familiar with the Batman animated series Batmobile, this is a little bit smaller, but with that top, with that big bat wing here, kind of the shark fin, it's going to probably equal the length of the animated series. And I got to say, this logo, you know, in the last couple of weeks, it's really started growing on me. And I don't know what it is, but I don't know, the 90s vibe, I'm really liking the Batman Forever logo. And if you want the size of the box, it is just a hair over 24 inches long. And we will check the measurements when we get everything outside the box, but it's just over 31 inches long. And just a reminder, that's included with that, you know, the top, the bat fin. I called it a shark fin. I guess we'll call it a bat fin. We'll need 3 AAA batteries. Batteries are not included, and there are 2 diagrams here, A and B. A showing you how to open up the cockpit, and B how to light up the Batmobile. And it looks like either end will open up, so I guess we'll just opt for this one. There's some tape right here. Cut that open. And see if this flap comes up. It's going to be crazy how they pack this, because you know, the Batmobile is just going to come out, and it's just the cardboard that they used. I mean, look at this. I mean, just perfect packaging. You can see the back of the Batmobile, and I was hoping to open up this end, because I'm imagining Alfred's on the other, and kind of wanted to save old Alfred for the end of, you know, after we checked out the Batmobile, because, I mean, this is what we all wanted to see. Wow. I don't know how I felt about this in '95 as far as one of my favorite Batmobiles, but now, 2024, this is one of my favorites. And you can see Alfred is in the little box at the end, and the bat fin, this doesn't sound right saying bat fin, is underneath the Batmobile. We'll just pull Alfred out for the time being. Just want to kind of show you how he's packed in here. I mean, this cardboard really wedged at the end, and it's incredible. It's incredible how these were packaged. I was impressed when I unboxed the Batman animated series Batmobile. Oh, he's upside down. Never thought I'd have a Michael Goff action figure. Alfred, like, this is my first Alfred figure. Now, there is another Batmobile coming. Pre-orders end of October, and it's just the Batmobile. It's gonna be about $20 cheaper. I mean, the extra 20 you're paying for Alfred, and I just figured, what the heck, why not get him? Cut this little twist tie, and it's got to be careful. You don't want to do anything. I guess we'll cut the opposite direction. Get the bat wing, the bat fin. You know, you just want to tear through everything, but you don't want to bend anything. I mean, look at this. This is where the size is going to come from, okay? So when we add this to the top, I mean, it's really going to make this a lot longer than it really is. Okay, and there's two other pieces in here. I was just expecting the fin, but there are, there's a bunch. You get the McFarlane, and look at that. There's so much attention to detail. So we will figure out where these go, get the Batmobile out, and yeah, we'll resemble that right there and grab Alfred. And I didn't notice any directions, but it's probably pretty cut and dry. I don't know what this just fell out of the bag. Not sure if that was just for protection. You have a nice Batman logo on the bottom. Get all the attention to detail on here. I remember looking at Hot Wheel cars upside down, when I was in like kindergarten. And, it's amazing, how far action figures have come. Kind of looks like, the old first Batmobile, without the, and I think that might have been what they were going for. You go back to the 90s, like kind of the 40s were coming back, and they kind of had some of that design with, the Batman animated series, Batman Forever. We'll start out with the massive bat fin and get these two little clips. I guess we're just gonna press it in, and it just locks into place. Yeah, this is exactly why it's, over 31 inches long. Look at that fin. After just watching the movie, when the Batmobile is driving around, this is extremely accurate, and I made a note of it. I said, look at how that fin is shaking. Like, what's really the purpose of it? It shook in the driving scenes, and it shakes on the McFarlane. And I don't think there's any right or wrong way to put these in. I guess the artwork is identical. You do have a little bit of these discs, but it presses in, and I guess maybe we'll just keep the discs going that direction. Goes in pretty good. Same thing with this side. We have, okay, they're not. They're both gonna face. Thought I could go. Well, I could. Okay. No. I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just press it in. And I just realized we haven't opened up the bottom. It probably would have been easier before putting the fins on there, so I'll just kind of lean it on its side. Try not to damage that fin. Got to unscrew this, and we'll put the AAA batteries in. Okay, I changed my mind. I took the fins out. They come right out pretty easily. It's just going to be a lot easier to just do this when it's upside down. I always do things out of order. You just want to put everything together, and once you get the screw out of here, this will pop right out. And we'll put our battery of choice for today is Duracell. Throw the cover in and tighten it down. And of course, put these fins, I stuck them over here. I wonder what we should do first. Light it up or open up the cockpit. While it's on its back, because I don't think we're gonna do this again, the back wheels turn separately, and so do the front wheels. I can't remember what oh, I just hit the button. Look at that. There's been some complaints that it's green. There is a hint of blue. Listen to that sound. I like that it has sound. That was the one thing about the Batman animated series. It didn't have any sound. It was cool how it lit up, but the sound, I think this powered it on. This should open the cockpit. So it's just a one-seater, and I kind of wanted to have a figure in there, but I just want to show the inside before we stick anybody in. I don't know if that's a piece of cardboard in here. No. So it's a seat. Look at this. Wow. The inside. Okay, if we light this up, what happens in the inside? Where's that button? Okay. Get all that lit up in there. I'm hitting the camera with the fin. I mean, look at this thing. It's huge. Look at the attention to detail inside of this cockpit. All right, I gotta take the fin off so you can get a better look. Okay, we're playing musical fins. Look at the bottom, like where the gas and brake pedal is. His entire dash. This is incredible. Does the back light up? It does. It does flash. You know what, we'll turn the lights off and you can get a better look of everything lit up. But man, I am impressed with the inside of this. And the steering wheel, does it turn the wheels? The steering wheel does not move. It's in one position. You do have that bat logo on there. Try to get a little closer. So I mean, you have lights on the side, the armrests in here. I can see why they decided to go, you know, a solo seat. Batman and Robin movie, it was a solo Batmobile, and I think it was a convertible. Clooney's head was sticking out. This would be so much massive if it, you know, these figures are big as it is. You know, comparing it to Batman animated series, they're bigger than those figures. I mean, this thing would take up so much more real estate, and maybe, plus the price would have been brought up. So maybe was their thinking, you know, the reason, you know, to keep it. I mean, I paid $100 for this. I did have some discounts at the time, but I can see why they went with a solo seat. I think this is the reason why this is becoming my favorite Batmobile. It's the lights on here, and I just didn't appreciate it for what it was at the time. Just to get, while we had this in the full screen, a measure, so it's gonna shut off. Okay, I just pressed it. It's gonna run its course and then it will shut off on its own. We'll see exactly, yeah, it's, look at that. I mean, it's hard to get, you know, an accurate measure because, I mean, it's just so lengthy, but yeah, it is over 31 inches long. And if you're wondering, I'm wondering this question myself because I do have a spot picked out for this. I'm gonna need 10.5 inches of clearance if I, you know, depending on what shelf I'm gonna put this on, and I should be good. I was afraid it was gonna be higher than that. Just under, well, right at 10.5 inches high. And you're right at 8 inches wide. Now, if you've ever seen the movie The Burbs with Tom Hanks, when the car comes out, the Klopex car, no headlights. Now, it doesn't roll too well. I didn't get this just, you know, to roll it around, but just to show you, it's gonna stop. It's not going to really move that far. And I don't know if it's the fact of, you know, that rubber underneath the wheels, but as far as, you know, display, lighting up, sound, awesome. Rolling, not so much, especially in reverse. And here's everything lit up in the dark. Decided to opt for the basement, closest thing to a bat cave I could find. Shot of the rear and the other side. It's great how it lights up, you know, with all the wheels. Open up the cockpit and see how it's just all illuminating in the dark. And I do want to note that you can't see through the windshield or whoever you put in here. It is solid plastic. In the Batman animated series, it was like sunglasses, but on the other side of here it's plastic just like the top. Let's get to Alfred quick. Take a look at Michael Goff. He's got his gloves. So usually with McFarlane characters, there's a card. Now that I think about it, I didn't see the card. I'll have to go through everything. I wonder if it's on the back side of that, the box that came with the fin. Usually, even got one with the other Batmobile. And no sets of hands. Not sure if these come out. I'm not going to try it. But you do have that play, and I saw this with Two-Face, with Commissioner Gordon on the animated series, that it's the same type of, you know, plastic rubbery. His knees are about as stiff as his old age. Yeah, and I'd say it looks pretty close to him. They did a pretty good job. Now, if you don't want Alfred, I mean, you are paying for this with, you know, the 99 price point here. It's $79.99, and you know, you're getting everything but Alfred. So if you don't want to spend the money, I would wait and catch it near the end of October for just the Batmobile. Well, since Alfred came with the Batmobile, I want to give him first try inside. I can't think of a movie we saw Alfred inside the Batmobile, but it had to have happened. It didn't happen in Batman Forever, but there had, you know, in the Adam West and Burt Ward show, he did drive the Batmobile. He's really hard to get in there. He is so stiff. Maybe it's because I bent his knees. I'll try to just stick him out like he's going down a slide. Okay, he went in a little bit easier. There we go. There he is inside the Batmobile. He's kind of got his, looks like he needs a chiropractor adjustment. Okay, there he is, just hanging out in the Batmobile. I went back in the box. I completely missed this. Sorry about that. I was going to say how disappointed I was that there wasn't a stand. He's kind of leaning up against the Batmobile, but in fact, he does come with the stand. I guess it was in the same box that he was, opened everything back up in there, and I'm like, first I saw the card, and then the stand. I don't know how I missed it. Because every McFarlane does come with a card. You get the Alfred, Pennyworth, and Batmobile. So I'm guessing, you know, when it's just the Batmobile, it will just be this picture, but they added Alfred, Pennyworth, and Batmobile, Batman Forever. Good old Alfred moves just like any other Batman Forever figure. If you purchased any of them, it's just his skin. He needs to get out more. I think he's spending a little bit too much time in the cave. See how he stands with. Yeah, pretty good. Let's see how Batman himself fits in his Batmobile. Perfect. I think I got a little practice from Alfred. He's sitting low. Yeah, there was never a shot in the movie of Val Kilmer inside of the Batmobile. So this is our shot. Here he is. Blind as a bat because, you know, there's no seeing through this. Kind of a fun fact, Chris O'Donnell was the only actor in a movie, live action, to ever drive a Batmobile. So I'm going to give this to Val Kilmer. He didn't really get a shot in the movie. We're gonna leave him in the Batmobile and just kind of have Robin off to the side. Plus the fact that the wires are in his cape, he might be very challenging I really don't want to mess with the wires. It's the Batmobile. This is Batman's car. And just to kind of throw out there that if you do get into any of the collectibles, no matter what they are, they're a little contagious. You know, you're gonna want to get everything. You're gonna start with one. You're gonna realize how much you like it, and then it's gonna lead into the rest of the characters. And then heck, then they throw vehicles in, and you know, honestly, I hope they don't put together a Batcave. Well, here's the entire collection for McFarlane's Batman Forever. You know, kind of mission achieved. I had to have it all. I wanted to have a great display for this on a shelf, and you know, I needed the Batmobile. Decided to go with Alfred just because didn't want to have any regrets down the road that could have went with him. Decided to just pay the extra $20 instead of waiting for a cheaper Batmobile in another month from now. I want to thank everybody for watching. I'll see you guys next time.